I have a famous friend. My famous friend said, I don't think I should give that City Auto people money. And I said, well, why not? It's just something we wanted to do as gods. It was like a fun holiday, just thing we wanted to do. And the famous person said, my life is creepy. Like somebody's stalking me. And I thought, oh, there's no way. I'm a god. And I talked to you inside of your head. And then I just asked you to go give money to City Auto. Inside of your spiritual mind, I don't think anybody would know that we had had any talks. And she's like, are you sure? I feel stalked. And I feel afraid to go give a check to some weird company person just to be nice. I, for some reason, feel afraid to do it. And I thought, uh-oh, the devil. So I went with a bunch of gods. I grabbed a bunch of gods. I was like, gods, we need to go figure out what's going on. Because there's no way the United States is stalking my friend. I didn't talk outside of her inner spiritual brain. There's no way anybody would know. So the gods were like, yeah, that's concerning. The devil did, do a lot of very scary things, like kill Jesse Harris, to set his messages. Or so maybe the devil just knows that you want something in a good way and is trying to ruin it, but like that's not his time. The devil lost and God won. Let's go figure this out and tackle it. So we go and analyze the past when I was talking to her about something fun she could do to be a blessing for that man at the holidays. And she got excited and said, oh, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So we said, okay, that part's normal. So we watched her brain after I had talked to her and I left. We watched her brain. This is creepy. The United States made sure that everybody famous and wealthy and important got a weird, bad, scary feeling about going to City Auto and being nice and caring. Which means there might be trackers in everybody, and I don't want anybody to think about it. But I have to put this on a video, because where else can I warn people that so then what do we do? And that's what me and the gods were talking about. Me and the gods were like, well, then what do we do? Because one, the United States is sitting right next to good people. So the United States is sitting next to really good people that we care about, threatening to kill them before we can get our hands on them enough that they won't kill these nice, good people. So they're sitting next to very fragile, good people, threatening us. So as gods, it makes it very hard to figure out how we're going to get them once and for all and win. The United States knows they have beyond no money and they don't care. And now the United States is doing weird things with these tracker things to threaten entire groups. And you're like, oh my gosh. So a god said, wait, they're stupid. They're just criminals. They're just human. They're dumbasses. They might have missed somebody. So we searched and searched as gods if anybody that was famous in the area did not get threatened. In fact, there were famous people that did not get threatened in their brains through these tracker technology scary things. Those famous people that did not get threatened, we decided we're not going to say which ones. We're not going to say which ones. Because we figured it out. They threatened everybody that they knew lived in this area. That would be my best friends that would live in the area and most likely help a company in the area. They cannot figure out how to threaten all famous people around the world. So if you just find a famous person through the power of God that just magically walks into the doors of City Auto, then it all doesn't matter and God easily wins. That scared me because it was like, what the heck? So I have now decided that I'm just going to use the power of God, a lot of secrecy. And if I do anything out of my mouth or out in the open, it'll be things where it doesn't matter if people know. Because I was the one that thought it was so fun to do this blessing to the city auto thing. And the United States got weird and gross. And it's like, well, then never mind. I'll keep everything myself. And maybe just announce after there's nothing anyone can do about stuff or something. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll say something where it's like a surprise and it's the good news after. So like from now on, I think I'll just like drive by a company and say, wow, this company was struggling, but blank company gave them a partnership or something and now they're doing well. Or, Pep Boys was struggling and not just the power of God helped Pep Boys, but, they got blank help or something. They didn't yet. Pep Boys has not gotten brand new business help or anything. So when it comes to Pep Boys, they really are just living off the power of God right now. And it's going good. Living off the power of God is getting more comfy and less struggling. So it's nice. But you know what I mean. If there was something else to say, I think I'd say it after nobody can do anything about anything. And I guess a bunch of gods and I are going to have to learn how to be weird 007s. So we don't make nobody's life any which way. Except what does it matter if that guy got money or didn't get money? We're talking about how it might just be so that people know that God's real and things happen right after I say or something. Like it might not mean anything, and yet the United States is so gross.